and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
I'm going to watch him watch me kill you right in front of him, and then I'm going to watch me kill him in front of a mirror, and then I'm going to watch TV. Hope there's something good on.
And on the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
What about me, fellas, huh? I'm not having any psychic visions, flashbacks, recreation flashbacks, or recreation flashbacks with new psychic visions. I mean, imagine you weren't just a bland, gangly, average human.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, that's what Hamlet is about? I thought it was about Romeo and Juliet. Welcome to Plotty Time.
That one egg was 40 eggs?
That's a big fucking pile of garbage.
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon. It's still sexy.
How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
If you want cheese, you get a milk.
You're
tank.
waiting for Pete.
No, I can hate on it. It sucked. Boners.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another brand new episode of Plotty Time, sponsored by, I don't know, I watched Krampus, that was fun.
It's probably one of the best Christmas movies ever.
It's great.
Which
It is
one?
really great.
Krampus. The one with...
Adam
what's
Scott,
his name? Yeah.
David Kuckner.
Oh, okay. Yes. The only one that people enjoyed
Yeah.
of the Krampus movies.
That one's going to be 10 years old next year.
Are
How
you
crazy
serious?
is that? Yeah, 2015.
Feels like 50 or 60 years ago.
Guys, 2015 is going to be 10 years ago next year.
I lived during that time.
I did too.
It was wild.
Fucking
Man,
crazy.
remember back then? How crazy the world was?
Wasn't nearly as crazy as it is
It
now.
was crazy in a fun and exciting way.
Yeah.
Back when conspiracy theories meant like, I don't know, maybe Bigfoot was real, you know? Like
Yeah.
that was as crazy as the conspiracy theories got. Now it's sad.
I mean, it was sad then, but it's much sadder now.
Yeah, but at least it was sad then in an eccentric way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was sad in a fun way.
Like, oh, you believe in that? Oh, geez, you're a little dumb,
you
huh?
poor bastard. Oh, you believe in that? Well, so do I, is what it is like now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes, absolutely. I also watched another Christmas horror movie that you guys told me to watch a long time ago.
Yule Log.
Violent Night.
No, Deadly Games.
Did I ever see that?
I'm going to have to
It
Google
was
that.
like a French movie about a kid. It was like a R-rated Home Alone.
I enjoyed it.
It goes by another name too. I have no idea what the other one is.
Yeah, it's like a Home Alone with a crazy Santa Claus, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that's where they got the idea for Home Alone. Or they stole this from Home Alone. I don't remember.
Well, this was 89, and Home Alone was definitely in the 90s, wasn't it?
Sure.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wasn't sure.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, that
Home
makes
Alone was
sense.
1990. So it would have been the year after this. So someone definitely stole the idea and said, make it family friendly. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, they're like, don't make it a Psycho Santa. Make it two goofy, wet bandits.
I watched 2 movies you guys suggested.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow.
Mirrors.
Oh,
with
nice.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Nice. Kiefer
Okay.
comes back.
It's all right.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's
Stupid as hell.
it's stupid, but it's a stupid kind of fun. And then I watched Strange Darling.
What do you think of that?
It could have ended about 45 minutes earlier.
Right.
The twist was kind of cool. I like the way the story was told differently to make you think,
Yeah, you think one
Okay.
way, and then you're like,
buck your expectations, and then it just goes on and on and on.
it really did. It made it too out there
Yeah. Like they could have stopped, spoiler alert.
when she was handcuffed.
Yes.
Right?
I was going to say before the cops showed up, but even before that.
No, they had to make that some weird, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
None of that was necessary at all.
Right.
I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, I like the whole movie, but they could have ended it right where she was handcuffed, right?
Like after she's,
She's like in the locker.
Yeah,
Like the meat
after
locker.
she kills
or whatever.
him.
Yeah.
and she's kind of just handcuffed there with everybody else dead, they could have just let it go like that.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I know what you're saying now. It took me a second.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That was like the whole other story about the 2 cops showing up was this whole other thing, I suppose.
Yeah. I thought that was really dumb. It's
Yeah.
like that. You're not,
Completely unnecessary.
you're not going by protocol now. You're just being dumb. Whatever. But yeah, I still enjoyed it.
What else did you watch? Anybody else watch anything else? Come on.
Yeah. I watched 2012 Zombie Apocalypse.
Oh, I thought you were going to stop at 2012, the John Cusack movie.
No, I wish I would have watched those both this week. Now.
I forgot about that historical event. Can you remind me what happened?
It's terrible. Ving Rhames is in it, and it's just like a zombie apocalypse thing, but the zombie makeup is so bad. it's like a made-for-TV movie or something, and the makeup changes like every scene. Like they had different makeup artists for different scenes. I swear to God, watch it, and you'll think the same fucking thing.
I was like, when did this movie come out? Because is it a guarantee it came out in 2012? No, it came out in 2011.
Yeah, but it's 2012 colon. Yeah, it's terrible.
It doesn't.
Zombie apocalypse.
I mean, it's good enough to just put on in the background and have stupid zombie shit. But if you look at it and you're like, okay, that zombie, they just put blue makeup on his face. This zombie has like gore and shit on his face, and this zombie is like actual full makeup. It's so weird.
This zombie's wearing a prosthetic.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I'm looking at some of the pictures online, and it looks like in some scenes they're like the classic Romero Day of the Dead ones with like white makeup on.
Right?
All the makeup looks like something that anybody at their house could do before Halloween.
Yeah, it's all terrible, but it just changes through the movie. Like different scenes had different makeup artists. It was fucking wild.
Why is Ving Rhames fighting a CG tiger zombie?
Oh, yes. Almost, I didn't say anything about that, but yeah, there's a CG tiger zombie that takes out a bunch of people.
You know what is a series I wish would have taken off? Zombievers.
I'd watch a sequel to that.
Yeah.
I know I've seen it, but I don't remember anything about it. Just that Bill Burr's in the beginning yelling.
Yeah, that Bill Burr scene's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's a fun, stupid, like cabin in the woods type thing, but with zombie beavers. Yeah.
Oh, we move on to Zombievers. Yeah.
Oh, no. 2012 Zombie Apocalypse, I'm sure, has got nothing on Zombievers.
All right. Well, I also watched MacGruber. You guys ever
There you
watch
go.
MacGruber?
Yeah, I don't know if I ever wanted to watch it again.
I don't know. It's a fun one to just put on in the background.
That's what you say about everything.
Dude, that's what I've been doing because I've been just playing Vampire Hunter and Dead Island, and I just have this shit playing in the background. And
I hear
Vampire
ya.
Hunter, I can't even fucking unlock anything anymore. I'm just playing whole games and just not unlocking shit. It's pissing me off.
It gets there.
Yeah.
I watched 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street because I just put them on in the background while I was doing other stuff.
They're okay. They're kind of funny.
There's some really good one-liners in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. It's much better than 22 Jump Street.
Right?
Yeah, they kept trying to make the joke in 22 Jump Street that like we're doing the same thing. We're just doing the same thing again. And it's supposed to be, you know, a little nice little wink of sequels and how they just do the same thing, an inside joke.
Yeah, but
then they didn't
beat
do
the-
anything different.
Beat the shit out of it. Yeah.
I don't think it was nearly as good as 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street still makes me laugh. 22 Jump Street's like, eh.
Right. Exactly.
And then I watched random episodes of Reno 911, which is always fun.
Oh, nice. I watched the entire series of Whitest Kids You Know.
They've got
How
some
many
good
seasons?
skits. They've got some terrible ones too, but they've got some good ones.
Dude, you start that from season 1. You're like, holy shit, this is dated.
I don't think I ever watched it.
It's good.
It's all right. It's worth a watch.
It's on YouTube for free. Fucking check it out.
The last thing I watched from the Whitest Kids You Know was when they did the Civil War on drugs.
Yeah, you can watch all of those on YouTube. They just put them all in like an hour and 12-minute movie.
Yeah.
And that's a fun time. So stupid.
I don't even know what my favorite Whitest Kids You Know skit is.
There's so many when you watch it again.
I
you're
know
like,
the Landmine Factory good one is good.
yeah. Oh no! Right away, you think I blew my hands off because I work at a landmine factory. No, I'm good at my job.
Man, I can't even find it on IMDb. Am I spelling whitest incorrectly?
No, it's
Just
whitest.
WKYK. That'll come up.
Yeah.
Sometimes these people use a U, but
You're right. That did come up before. Oh, because it's a U apostrophe KNOW. Fix your search IMDb. Come on.
Seriously. Come on, man.
I remember the
2007 and
nail gun
2011.
skit. Nail gun.
I don't know.
I got to go back and watch them.
Yeah,
See
I
if
can't
like
even
again.
think of any right off the top of my head, but it's so good.
I know I've definitely seen some of these guys in other things, for sure.
Yeah, they show up in random comedy skits all over.
Yeah, one of them directed Barbarian.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of them's dead.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, that's not as great.
No, but I mean, yeah, they did a good thing. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. One of the few good sketch comedy shows that came out in the last 25 years.
Yeah, between that and Comedy Bang Bang, I don't know. Fucking.
Key and Peele.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Chappelle Show was good in early 2000s.
That was more than 20 years ago.
I said 25.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
He
Since
got you with
2000.
the technicality.
Yeah. The
Gotcha.
newest Kids in the Hall.
I didn't watch any of those.
Mr. Show with Bob and David.
Oh, I can't tell the story. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to tell a story of something at work, but it would involve people's names. And I can't.
Nope. But
I'll tell you guys off air.
Yeah, that's all I watched, really, though.
Yeah, me too. I just played more Zombos. Guess what? Zombos. Just some Zombos.
I started a new game.
Oh,
Was
me
it
too.
Zombos?
one of the games I got for sale on the Thanksgiving Day sale. I spent like $70 and got 15 games.
Whoa, that's a
Damn,
big
that's sweet.
purchase
Yeah.
for you.
Thrifty. But I started playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
How's that?
all right.
I heard it was good years ago.
Yeah, yeah. I like the other ones. Well,
that the one-
Origins was really good.
Which one are you just like a Viking? Is
That's
that
Valhalla.
Valhalla?
Origins was good. Odyssey was the one where you're in Greek. I don't know. But those three, that I don't know if it's a trilogy or not. It's not because they don't really have it.
No, they don't have anything.
Kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
But you're not like an assassin in any of them.
Yeah, you just play like a
Just,
person.
yeah, Valhalla, you're just a Viking.
Yeah.
And you know a couple of assassins.
It kind of annoyed me that.
That's what annoyed me too, because it gives you choices and they're supposed to be moral choices, but you're like, I'm a Viking. Of course I'm going to kill this guy just beating a fight.
Yeah. It's too much like open world and making clans and shit.
Yeah, I only just started, but
Yeah, okay. But like it doesn't feel like a fucking Assassin's Creed game.
it kind of feels like Origins or Odyssey.
Yeah. But I missed the fucking original ones, you know what I mean?
But yeah. But that story's kind of, maybe we'll ever finish them on here.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know where they're going with these new Assassin's Creeds.
They're just
Because the modern day part of it is kind of where the story happens in the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how, besides it being the same person, I don't know how they all combine in this one.
yeah, it didn't make sense to me either.
Of course, maybe after I beat this, it will. But
Okay.
Never made it through that one. But I started Ori in the Blind Forest.
I heard that's a good game
Yeah.
on Switch.
Yeah, it's pretty neat so far, but
It's a good Metroidvania.
yeah. Haven't really played that much of it, but it's neat. It's cute. It's fun. The fucking first 5 minutes are pretty heartbreaking.
Sounds like a bummer.
Well, I don't know. You're just like, you have a buddy and he dies. It's just like the intro to the game.
Yeah, you don't even know the guy.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
oh my God, I feel for that.
Like, oh no, my lifelong friend is dead. Game starts.
Yeah.
Credits roll in the beginning.
Yep.
It feels like cheating. You know what I mean? Like that's how you easily create sympathy for a character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. And then you're like, oh, this little guy's all by himself. No, you got to play as him.
But I've seen gameplay. Heard nothing but good things about Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah, it's pretty neat so far. I mean,
Not on PlayStation yet, or else I would have gotten it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just did the Zombos. I
you
don't think
play
I need it.
Zombos?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
You stream again this Thursday?
When's this coming out?
After Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh, yes.
Merry
yes.
Christmas. That was yesterday. To all those who celebrate. And happy holidays and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm
need
not
to
stalling to look up my calendar.
This comes out on the 26th.
That would be, yeah, I think the 19th. Sure. Yeah, I streamed last week. It was great.
Nice.
It was tight. We're streaming again today, maybe.
I actually stopped in this stream. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I was there for a
Yeah.
little bit, and I just remember the incels that came. We all kicked them out and made fun of them.
Yeah. Well, this
What
is
a
the week
day.
that it was free for PlayStation. So I tried it out a little bit.
Oh.
Okay.
Really writing a check there.
Because I'm not going back and editing this out.
No, you shouldn't.
Absolutely not. No, sir. But all right. Let's go ahead and move into the Plotty Time vibe check then.
All right, throw us a
Yeah.
vibe.
Maybe we got some vibes going.
So all I really got is the big news that came out was Ubisoft is shutting down X Defiant servers in June.
What's
Remember how that was? It's a game that you can play. It was supposed to be the Call of Duty killer.
When did
No.
when did it come out?
Never even heard of it.
Launched in May. So it's been out for 7 months.
I guess it didn't kill Call of Duty.
No, it sure did not.
Really showed those Call of Duty heads.
Yeah, it came out with big launch numbers and it had really good reviews. And then, I don't know, people just got bored with another shooter and stopped playing it.
Yeah, because Call of Duty came out.
Yeah, that's true.
What they should do is just I'll clone a Call of Duty, release it 6 months after Call of Duty comes out.
Yeah. Or like 3 months even, so everyone's done with the first battle pass and they're waiting for the next one.
Yeah, they apparently it was released in August. It was hemorrhaging numbers and wasn't making enough money. And as of December 3rd, they confirmed that new players won't be able to download the game or register an account.
So that's because they
Sweet.
expect fucking people to just keep forking money over
I know. That's way
instead of
users
just
are.
fucking playing it.
Like, how many games in our current ecosystem really support that has that kind of model, like Destiny or Call of Duty or whatever, just the play it forever model?
Fortnite, Call of Duty.
Fortnite. I mean, at least Call of Duty, not to sit here and defend Call of Duty, but at least they come out with new games.
well, they do.
It's always the same
yeah, did you
fucking
see that
thing,
new
though.
fucking CGI bullshit?
What?
Oh, the AI ad or whatever it
Oh
was?
yeah, the AI load screen or whatever. It's like a zombie dressed as Santa Claus with 6 fingers, and
Sweet.
yeah, it's so obvious.
We live in the best timeline.
It's gross.
It's great. But yeah, so June, apparently they are issuing a bunch of refunds too. So at least they're not just shutting it down and saying, go fuck yourself.
It'd be better if they said shut it down and say go fuck yourself.
I guess Ubisoft is not having a great run lately.
That's because they haven't been doing anything good.
What was the last thing you remember Ubisoft doing? Did they do
Watch
the Prince of
Dogs
Persia?
Yeah, the new Prince of Persia. But that wasn't it's not obtainable as or sustainable as a fucking
No.
replay model. It was a great game for $27, but
In
that's it.
2024, they released a shitload of stuff. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, Skull and Bones, which was not a hit. Bunch of phone bullshit. X Defiant, which one? We just talked about that. The Rogue Prince of Persia, Battlecore. Maybe this is what the problem is. I haven't heard of any of these games or they were flops.
Dude, Prince of Persia was great.
They're trying to make phone games. I've heard nothing but good things about Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
Beyond Good and Evil, the 20th Anniversary Edition.
That's just a remake of a game they made 20 years ago.
Yep. Star Wars Outlaws.
Never heard of it.
What's about
Sounds like a phone game.
No, it was a big one that came out for all the current systems, but it came out and no one really went crazy about it. It was just like, what was that big Xbox one that came out? Starfield, where everyone was obsessed with it for like a week and then it went away.
Yeah, because it's not sustainable. I mean, they can't just make a game that's fun to play because everyone plays it in the first fucking week and then that's it. We're done.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, everybody's got to play in the first week so they
2024.
can play it on Twitch and stuff, and then it's over.
Yeah, need more companies making games like fucking
Zombies, am I right?
Souls games.
Well, everybody played that for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you could still play it hundreds of different ways. I don't know. Maybe I'm just defending them because I enjoy those.
That's exactly what's happening.
But they don't expect you to fucking keep paying every month like every other fucking.
Really? They just released a $60 DLC.
2 years later. That's like another. Don't go there, Syintist.
Don't you dare. Yeah, I'm like, whatever, cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Everyone sees the money that Grand Theft Auto brought in. And they're like, why aren't we doing the same thing? And everyone's like, oh, okay, we can do that. But you got to realize that they spent hundreds of millions of dollars putting this thing. Like, no, we're going to do it for half that.
And
Like, well, it's not going to be a good
doing
thing.
it for fucking forever.
They've been like Grand Theft Auto didn't fucking fall out of thin air. It was Grand Theft Auto 5 was a game that was 20 years in the making.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just kept building systems, repeating them and making them better and bringing it all together. And everyone's just like, well, let's just throw money at a hero shooter. Let's call it Concord. And we'll just put a bunch of money into it and everyone's going to love it. And they're now realizing that's not how it works.
No, it's not a series that people loved forever. And then they will spend
Played
money
on their Apple II GSs.
Yeah.
Man, it's so much money is going into these games that it seems like no one even wants to play.
Yeah, because nobody does want to play it. I don't know.
That's how corporations work, man. They don't want to new stuff.
They just have the shit that's out and that works. I don't know. God of War, that's a good game. They only released it and a DLC. What's wrong with
and
that?
then-
Why is that not the model anymore?
No, you're right.
Because it doesn't make a lot of money.
It doesn't make enough money. Yeah, I get
It
it.
doesn't keep making money.
Yeah, it's a bummer, dude.
It's a huge fucking bummer. And it's just going to be a thing where, like, you have such a big indie scene right now. You can ask Dr. Scientist about that.
Mm-hmm.
But as time goes on and the tools get easier to use, then you're going to see, like, indie games made with 10 people be at the level of AAA games eventually.
Most of them are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they don't have sustainable economies.
They don't have to make $100 million.
They just have to make $10 million to make the money back or whatever.
Yeah, significantly less.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
they're successful, but not.
I mean, there's a lot of trash too.
Well, yeah, you got to wade through a whole bunch of shit, but it's worth it.
It sucks because you could pay attention to them all and you might miss a couple good indie games and catch about 50,000 stinkers in them along the way.
I mean, there's just so many. If you Googled, like, the top 10 or, like, the 10 best indie games of 2024, you'd get 15 lists and they're all different.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you just look up best Metroidvanias.
Just go and look at new release indie games on the PlayStation Network every Tuesday. And there's
But
probably
there's so much
200
shovelware
every week.
bullshit in there.
Yep. Like Taco Jump or whatever it is you played.
Yeah, Jumping Taco,
That's it.
Slovak Run.
I thought you
that
said
was a classic.
garbage.
It also doesn't help with the news I just saw that From Software is working on a bunch of new games, but none of them are Elden Ring 2.
They can't do an Elden Ring 2.
Yeah.
It's done.
They said that a direct sequel is not currently in development.
No, it's done. Like I like how they did that. They let it out and then they had a DLC.
The sequel was basically the DLC.
It was the DLC. That's it. You don't need anything more.
Yeah, they don't need to make a They could just make an entirely different IP.
Yeah.
One of the good things about FromSoft is that people know what their games are like, so you can make the same game with completely different thing. You don't have to make a sequel.
Yeah, they need to get
Interesting.
away from the medieval-ish that shit.
Space horror.
Oh, from space horror? That sounds amazing.
Interesting.
I mean, people say Bloodborne was like one of the best games of all time.
Yeah, but those people are dumb.
No, it was a really fucking.
I didn't say it wasn't good, but
I mean, like
that's
it's up
more
there.
of a steampunky.
Yeah, steampunky fucking eldritch horror shit. But it was still from software,
Yeah.
so that's what made it different from the others.
But they did Sekiro too.
Which is still a great game.
Yeah, that's also a different kind. So they're going on different IPs.
Yeah, they're trying.
Elden Ring's the only fantasy one since like
Yeah.
Demon Souls.
Yeah, you're right. So I like that they're trying new shit.
Well, there you go. From Software, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Everybody else who just tries to pump out hero shooters and shit that's the same, stop it.
Yeah. Come on, fucking innovate.
Hey, but capitalism breeds diversity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to. Do you guys hear there are rumors flying around about a possible PlayStation 5 portable?
So
a
like a Steam
handheld
Deck.
version. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about another PlayStation portable?
I'm still going to wait for the 6.
Okay. Okay. You just decided now you're waiting for 6 no matter what?
Yeah, there's no reason for me to buy a 5.
What's the point of a portable if the Portal does almost the same thing?
It's just going to be like a Steam Deck with the PS5 portal on it, right?
Probably, yeah. I would assume so.
Yeah, just so you can download bigger games to it.
My thought
Yeah,
is
wow.
it's going to look exactly like the PlayStation Portal, except it's going to be a little bit thicker for more power.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessary. I think that's a stupid idea.
Yeah.
But
Hey.
handhelds are back, man. They're back.
But they don't need it. They have the Portal.
But they're back. I mean, the Switch came back and dominated, even though the Wii U did the same thing.
Although
a
Game
couple years
Boys were
ago.
never like out for Nintendo. They've been making handheld things for 30 years, 40 years.
They sure have.
That's true. You come from the failure of the PSP.
And the Vita.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Like, learn from your mistakes.
All right. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see, guys. Maybe they see that Steam Deck money and they're like, let me get in on that.
Yeah, that is what they say.
Yeah.
And being in businessing is not hard.
No, I could be a CEO.
Yeah. Look at that shit. They're making money off it. Can we do that? Let's do that.
Yeah,
Let's
get
do
our
that
people
same
on it.
thing.
Yeah.
Get our best people on it.
We got to think outside the paradigm.
Let's create some synergy.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're missing.
And then last piece of news I have for you. Do you guys remember me telling you about, I don't know, a week or two, this is October-ish, I don't know. I told you guys that the video game The Thing, we had covered it on this podcast.
Right.
Mhm.
It was being remastered.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all just kind of like, cool.
Yeah.
It's shadow dropped. It's out right now. You can buy it
Oh.
on PS5 and PC.
Oh,
It's
shit.
priced for $30. You can buy it right now on the PlayStation Store. And apparently people are like, this is kind of cool. That seems to be the consensus.
I'll wait until it's on sale.
I still don't have a PS5, so don't have to worry about it.
That's fair.
Although 4 years after it came out, I'm starting to 5 years now almost, right? PS5.
2020, right?
Yeah. I'm starting to
Yeah.
get to things where things are on PS5 only that I kind of want every once in a while.
How has it been?
You'll get a PS5 when the PS7 comes out. You'll get one for like $70 at a flea
I don't
market.
plan on living that long.
Why don't you go to like a fucking,
3 years away.
I don't know, PS5, man. Pick one up. They're not that expensive anymore. Get them before
which is
the,
why I might wait for a 6.
get them before the tariffs hit, dude.
Oh man, the tariffs.
They're going to bring prices down.
All right, so let's move into the game, guys, here. How about it?
Let's fucking do it.
This week, we are talking about Ratchet and Clank Future, Tools of Destruction.
It's called Ratchet and Clank Future, Tools of Destruction.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Why do they put the future in there?
Because the first, it's to, I guess to denote the new series of them.
In case they want to
Okay.
jump off the old ones.
Well, the old ones are still there, but it was kind of like a self-contained story, I guess, and these are a different branch.
Okay.
It was released October 23rd, 2007. We did 5 other ones?
Yep.
Is that what it was, Dr. Scientist? 5 other Ratchet and Clank episodes you can go
Oh,
find
listen to
right
them
now.
all.
Listen
I thought you were going to say 5 other games that came out around this week.
October 10th, 2007,
Oh.
the Orange Box came out.
Oh, Portal. Beautiful.
Yep.
And Half-Life.
2.
And then October
Fortunes.
30th, Manhunt 2 came out. We covered that on this very
Oh, yeah,
podcast.
that's 2 games. Did we do Halo 2? Did the first one. Not Halo. Okay, so it's 1.
And then October 30th, a little indie game called The Witcher came out.
Ooh, we haven't done that yet.
The first one?
Yeah.
And then to really throw it back, this November 5th, 2007, Call of Duty Modern Warfare would unleash a monster we were not ready for.
Poppascotch playing zombies.
Yeah, we need to do that
The
one.
day after that, a game we did cover, Gears of War, November 6th, 2007. Isn't it wild that Call of Duty and Gears of War released a day apart? Remember when Gears of War was a competitor to Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Was there a multiplayer aspect to that?
Yeah. There's
Oh.
like hordes.
Yeah, their Horde mode was real big.
And there's PvP.
Horde mode, which is essentially zombies, really.
Yeah.
And then box office that week, number 5 for the week of October 23rd, 2007. We Own the Night.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure that was that cop movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, I was thinking it was a vampire movie.
I thought it was a vampire movie myself.
No, I think it was a cop movie.
It could be.
That makes
This is
sense
important.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a vampire
Joaquin
movie with
Phoenix,
a similar name.
Mark Wahlberg. A New York City nightclub manager tries to save his brother and father from Russian mafia hitmen.
Never saw it.
I remember seeing it and it was whatever. Anyway, number 4 that week, the one everyone remembers, Michael Clayton, starring George Clooney.
No clue.
I've never seen that, but I do enjoy a Clooney vehicle.
It was one of the first Blu-rays I got.
It holds
Criterion.
It holds a place in Poppascotch's heart.
I don't know if I even still have it. I'm being honest. Tilda Swinton's in it, Tom Wilkinson, Sidney Pollack, tons of great people. Anyway, number 3 that week, The Game Plan.
Don't remember that either.
That's about a heist. I'm just making that up because of the name.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Oh no, it looks like a family movie. Oh boy. An NFL quarterback living the bachelor lifestyle discovers that he has an 8-year-old daughter from a previous relationship.
Boo.
The football player is played by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Boo.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie. It's one of those.
Yeah.
And then number 2, Why Did I Get Married?
Man, I must have
What
not
the
watched
fuck
movies
year was
around
this?
this time.
That was a Tyler Perry joint. Tyler Perry and Janet Jackson.
Oh, of course it was.
And then number 1, 30 Days of Night.
That's a vampire,
A vampire movie, yeah. I'm surprised that one of
Yeah.
the Saws wasn't around then.
It was October.
Yeah, right? It had to have been, right?
It could have been like after Saw 6 where they stopped making it for a while.
And then what else we got? Weekend news. October 5th, Bungie announces it split with Microsoft to become an independent studio. So that was back when they started working on the original Destiny, right?
Sure.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because Bungie was part of Microsoft. They created Halo and then they left.
Yeah. Good
And then
stuff.
October 11th, 2007, EA announces plans to buy VG Holding Corp., which owned both Pandemic Studios and a little company called BioWare, effectively making both of them EA subsidiaries.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened.
I remember that. Big news at that time.
And that's all I really had for news, because the rest of the stuff I had, October 9th, 2007, Low, the single by Flo Rida is released. It was the song of the year,
How
guys.
could you not lead with that? Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
What the fur?
Everybody in the club was looking at her.
I do not know.
Yeah,
She
song
hit
of the
the
year.
floor.
Well
Next
deserved.
thing you know, everybody got low.
I don't know shit from 15 years ago, at least.
What's the
Well,
next
you know
line?
about this show that came out and premiered October 14th, 2007, a little one called Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh,
Premieres on the E-Cable network.
start of the downfall of society.
Yeah.
I can't believe it was so long ago.
You can track the downfall of society from 2002.
It actually started with like road rules.
Okay. I'll give you that. Real world.
Real World Season 2.
This is what happens.
The game was released for PlayStation 3, developed by Insomniac Games, published by Sony, so it's an exclusive. The genre is a single-player platformer, Ratchet and Clank sim. Dr. Syintist, you picked it, so how about you lead us into it? Tell us what it's all about.
Well, first you should go listen to the 5 episodes we have on previous Ratchet and Clank games so you get the back lore to this.
Wait,
Yeah, there's a lot of lore.
Ratchet and who?
Clank.
Oh, okay. They should make a Ratchet and Quark game. Just throwing it out there.
Has Quark had his own game?
Quark
had
has
to
been
have, right?
playable in some, I think. In All for One, maybe?
Yeah, there's probably these little sections you get to play as him.
Yeah, maybe. There is one. I don't remember which one it was, but you could find like holo comics of a Quark adventures and play them back at your base.
I remember that. Yeah.
They were fun. And it told the story of Quark in the comic books.
Yeah.
But anyway, it starts with our protagonists, Ratchet, who is a Lombax, saved the world several times by now,
Yeah,
at
for
least
real.
5. and Clank, his little robot buddy, and they're building a nuclear-powered rocket sled on a planet. I don't remember what it's called. But they get a call from Quark, and he talks about robotic commandos and stuff showing up. So they go and try and find Quark, and they can't. And then they get attacked by these robots that are being, I don't know, controlled by whatever, people. Some kind of alien. And it seems like they're coming for Ratchet and Clank. And then a big guy comes down, the leader of them all. His name is Percival Tachyon. He's the emperor of the Kragmites. And he's like looking for Ratchet because he's the last of the Lombaxes.
He's the crown prince of the Kragmites as well.
Yes. He's the emperor of all space and time.
Yep.
And it's silly that his name is Percival, and they make fun of him for it.
They should. Nobody should be named that.
You're right.
Wow.
I know. I know. You're right.
So he likes like, hey, Ratchet, hey, Clank.
Hold on. Sorry to all of our fans named Percival out there. That was a little insensitive.
I'm really not that sorry.
I am.
But he's like, all right, you guys surrender and I'll kill you. And that'll be all. You just do it. And like, all right, we're going to surrender. And they kind of like run past them, jump on a ship and start flying away. And then they get sleeping gassed while they're in the car, full space vehicle. And they wake up somewhere else.
Crashed on an alien planet.
Yes. But in this, while they're knocked out, Clank got knocked out by a punching glove to the face.
Yeah, because he couldn't get knocked out by the gas.
Yeah.
That was a good bit. I'm fine with that.
I thought that was funny. Yeah.
But he has these dreams of like these like little robot spirits, and they kind of say cryptic things to him and about the past and how they need his help and stuff and whatever. But anyway, they wake up on this planet called Cobalia in the Polaris sector, which I guess is far away from where you were.
Mm-hmm.
And you meet this smuggler who's really shady and he can sell you stuff. He's like, I'll give you a ride off of this if you can fix some gel things for me. So you do that, and you do things for him, whatever. He gives you a ride off planet, and then he starts taking you to another planet called Kortog. And then he hears something like hey, you have a Lombax on board. We're gonna blow up the ship. So they just like, he's like, nope, and he ejects them out.
Yeah, they're like talking shit about Lombaxes the whole time. Like, you think he'd know one if he saw it. And then the ship's like, oh, you got a Lombax. He's like, no, what? Boom. Throw him out of the airlock.
And you kind of and you go through this stuff, and there's like, I don't know, the creatures that Clank can only see, the robots, are like leading him these ways. And they lead him to this information. I don't know if it's a holovid or whatever. It's about a Lombax planet, which is nearby. And Ratchet's like, well, let's get over there. Let's go find a way there.
Fastoon.
So they go to Fastoon, and it turned out it's deserted because all the Lombaxes are gone. And then this is where they find like a sentient ship, which kind of talks to them and helps them and moves them around so they can fly back and forth.
Yeah. It's like, Ratchet's like, I have to fix it. And Clank's like, no, we don't have time. He's like, no, I have to.
Well, it's a Lombax ship.
Yeah. And he just like feels like a connection to it. It was weird. Because Lombaxes are like engineers or whatever.
But like, have we ever been on this planet before? Has Ratchet ever thought to go there?
Ratchet has not known anything about his past, really, or other Lombaxes at all.
Okay.
Okay. So this is before all the shit that happens in Rift Apart.
Yeah, well, obviously. There's like 5 games between this and Rift Apart.
Yeah.
But in the first like 5 games we did, he thinks he's the only one in the universe and no one has seen one before.
Yeah. There's like little hints, but nothing like this. Okay.
So you go there, a bunch of like the spirits kind of lead Clank around and stuff. And you eventually repair the ship. And the ship thanks you for repairing and says what happened the last days of this planet before all the Lombaxes were gone. And she said that Tachyon attacked and Tachyon attacked and kind of like destroyed the planet and got all the Lombaxes gone. And she doesn't really remember what happened after that, but there's no Lombaxes left.
And she never thought she'd see one again.
Yeah. She thought she was just goner.
Interesting.
Yes.
So then you receive a hollow-vite from Quark to go to the arena.
Seems like a trap.
Well, he has been a little bit less than honest with you in the past 5 games.
No.
Let's see how the 6th game goes.
Why do they still talk to this fucker?
Because he has power.
I guess.
People know who he is. But anyway, when you get to the arena, it kind of seems like Quark is in an abusive relationship with Tachyon and he's trying to help you in a way that's not going to get him caught. So you win the arena and he gives you information. And he gives you a tape and he's just like, pray for me.
He's so pathetic.
And the tape he gives you is a recruitment video to be in Tachyon's army.
Of course.
And it's got a Quark endorsement in it, whatever. But it also mentions that Tachyon is looking for a Lombax weapon that the Lombax use to destroy the Cragmites. And it might be on this moon base in this asteroid belt. So they go there.
Okay.
And of course, they meet the smuggler again. He's in a couple of spots in here. He's where you get all your illegal tech and stuff.
What was he, a chameleon or something?
No, I don't know.
Lizard?
Seemed kind of some kind of lizard type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, you get this stuff for me. I'll trade you for the code to get to the station over there where it's supposed to be. And you do it, and you get to the station, and you come across two warbots who are supposed to be like evil, I guess, or whatever, but they're not. They're kind of like, what's the word? Inept, Kronk and Zephyr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
kind of just like, yeah, they're dumb guys. They're just dumb guys. Muscle.
Yeah.
They're like the big guy and the little guy who hits the big guy on the head. And in Looney Tunes, like, come on.
Yeah, I like that. They're more for comic relief in this.
Yeah.
And they meet another person who's there. Her name is Talwyn Apogee. This is Apogee Space Station.
It's a cool name.
And she kind of explains what's going on. That
She's looking for secrets.
Well, the Cragmites used to rule this part of the galaxy, I guess, or whatever, the Polaris sector. And the Lombaxes led a revolt against them. And they designed a weapon that got rid of the Cragmites, except for Percival Tachyon. But I think that's explained later. Mm-hmm. And nobody knows where this weapon is or what it does. But her dad, the guy who built this space station, is looking for it and actually had it at one point, but couldn't do anything with it. And then pirates attacked and took it. So her dad followed, trying to get the stuff back. And he hasn't returned yet, and she doesn't know where he is.
Fucking pirates, dude.
Yep. Space pirates. So you're like, well, I know where the pirate base is. Let's go there and find it.
All right.
So you go there. It's a planet Argilus. And you eventually, after walking around, you find the artifact that was stolen. And you're like, oh, there it is. And then some space pirates show up. It's the pirates' names are Captain Slag and Rusty Pete.
Rusty Pete. Like
Good name.
And they're your typical, it's like Captain Hook and Squee.
yeah, classic pirate.
Is it Squee?
First mate.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then Apogee attacks and steals the artifact and runs away.
Don't you find out it's a map, though, at that time?
Well, then you eventually meet up with Apogee. And she can't get it to work, but Ratchet touches it and it works.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
It's because he's a Lombax.
It's a
and
Lombax
tech.
artifact.
Oh, he's got the Lombax touch. Okay.
Yeah.
And it gives a map to a planet called Rankin 5, which must be where the real weapon is.
Yeah.
So then you go to this planet, and there's coordinates to a secret bunker. You go there, and there's a door that nobody can open. But of course, Ratchet walks up, and it opens for him because he's a Lombax.
Lombax can open it. Yep.
Of course.
And
Classic DNA door.
he finds a holovid explaining the weapon that the Lombax has made called the Dimensionator, which is kind of like, it's just a weapon that opens a doorway to another dimension, and they kind of assume that they suck the Cragmites into another dimension with it.
Okay.
So they're like, well, they had this testing ground where they did some stuff with it. We'll go there and figure it out. So you go there, blah, blah, blah. Smuggler's there. He sells you a tool. That's kind of what he does. And then you meet Poppascotch's favorite character again, the plumber.
The janitor. Oh, the plumber. Sorry. I
Oh,
don't
there
wanna call him the
he
janitor.
is.
Who'd you
The
think
cosmic plumber. No, I called him the janitor, but I'm he's the plumber.
He's obviously, he has a plunger with him at all times.
Well, janitors would.
I guess so.
Yeah. Sound off in the comments. Let us know what you think he is.
Has he been in every game? I feel like we
he
also had this
wasn't in
conversation.
Deadlocked, I don't think.
No.
But I think he was in the first three,
He might have been just not in the video we watched.
maybe. But he shows up in quite a few Ratchet and Clank games. Was he in Rift Apart?
I don't know.
I am checking. Oh man, he was in Rift Apart. He meets an interdimensional entity known as Gary, who mentions that Clank is a friend of his father, who turns out to be the plumber. So he meets the plumber's kid,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
or is I don't know. He's around a lot.
He's always showing up.
Size matters. He did not physically appear, nor was he mentioned. Although he could be seen floating around in Ratchet's dream time. In Deadlocked, when Ratchet and Clank competed in Dread Zone, the plumber was called out due to a sub pump emergency
I kind of
in the
remember that.
Reptilian Nebula, meaning he was unable to appear.
Nice.
This is his first time back in like 3 games.
All right. Cool.
So he says he doesn't have anything like the Dimensionator there. But then he's like, hey, I'll give you this 3 3/4 centicubit hexagonal washer. You might need it at some point.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Deus Ex Machina, right?
You said it, man.
And Clank's like, oh, cool. Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah.
Sounds rare.
So
Just a washer.
they're just like, well, all right, the Dimensionator's not here. We're kind of at a loss for things. But then Quark calls. I put him Q in my notes. Quark calls.
It's actually spelled with a K.
QWARK.
It's KWARK. In the notes I was looking at. All right.
Anyway, so you go to the arena and there's another thing and you win another holo vid and it's about a supercomputer, the Iris supercomputer. And it's like, it's deep in our pirate territory. You can go there. Maybe you can figure out some stuff. So you go deep into pirate territory and the spirits appear to Clank again. And he finds out they're called the Zoni. And he's kind of like, he gets a video, a thing is like, shows Talwyn Apogee. And he's like, she will perish if you don't go save her. And so Clank's like, well, Ratchet, we should probably go find Talwyn and save her. He's like, all right, I guess we could do that too. Whatever.
He's like, whatever, we'll listen to your invisible friends.
Yeah. Eventually, you save her, but you go to where the Iris thing is, and you get the Iris supercomputer working, and then you ask it a question about the Dimensionator, and it tells you the history of it and stuff, and it tells you that the Lombaxes used it and got rid of all the Kragmites, but it missed a frozen egg that turned out to be Tachyon, and that a bunch of Lombaxes found this egg and raised it as their own.
Wow, so Tachyon was raised by Lombaxes.
Yes.
Interesting. They showed him compassion.
Why did they try to get rid of all of them?
Well, the Kragmites were
Attacking.
rulers over the entire sector. And the Lombaxes led a revolt against them. And that was moved to Akerchu City. And then he asked it more question about Lombaxes, and then it kind of runs out of power and can't answer the question. And this is where you go to the prison and save Apogee and Kronk and Zephyr, whatever. Then you go to Kerchu because you're trying to find the Dimensionator. And you do that, and then some pirates attack and just grab the Dimensionator and run, even though they can't use it. It's kind of like a silly, I'm thinking of like those beer hats. Kind of, it's just a hat that you wear that has some.
Yeah.
A beer dispensing plastic helmet?
Yes.
There it is.
But anyway, the pirates take it and run, so you chase them. You eventually get there and you fight the pirate captain and kill him.
Slag?
Captain Slag, yes. And they kind of do like a sad death scene of Slag and Rusty Heat. And then, since you defeated the captain, they start calling you Dread Pirate Ratchet because you're now the leader of all the pirates.
Nice.
And then you grab the Dimensionator and Clank's like, we can't use that. We got to destroy it. And Ratchet's like, no, we're going to stop Tachyon and do all this other stuff. And then while they're arguing back and forth, Quark shows up and just takes it. And he's like, I'm going to save the universe. I'm taking it to a black hole and throwing it in.
Good for you, Quark.
Yeah, Quark makes the right choice here, but it turns out to be the wrong one because Percival, Tachyon, because you chase Quark to where he's going, but he ends up getting jumped and taken by Tachyon, and Tachyon steals the Dimensionator from Quark.
Oh, classic Quark.
Yeah, Quark got defeated. And now Tachyon has the helmet and he puts it on and he can use it. And he tries to summon Kragmites through the Dimensionator to open a out, and he starts doing that. But during this little scuffle, Ratchet gets KO'd and gets knocked out, and Clank gets kind of...
He jumps after him.
Yes, but he kind of takes out...
Like they were on like a elevated platform because it was a corrosive environment,
Yes.
if I remember. All right.
Yeah, and Ratchet kind of got knocked out and fell down, and Clank chased after him, and they got separated here.
Yeah.
And you kind of don't know what happens right away. But
It's just
as
a way
Clank...
to get you to play as both of them.
Yeah. And Clank kind of like, the Zoni come to Clank and are like, you have to save him. Ratchet needs you. All right. And then Ratchet kind of wakes up and he finds his way out, and Clank eventually runs into them all. And you run into Talwyn Apogee, and it's a huge reunion of everybody all together. And we're like, all right, well, Percival Tachyon's launching invasions by summoning all these Kragmites back. We got to go stop them. So that's what they go do.
So he's just destroying cities now.
Yeah, he's just destroying planets, whatever. You chase him around a couple places. And he uses the Dimensionator to find Lombaxes, and he's like, and he tells Ratchet that they use the Dimensionator to hide the Lombaxes away, all except for two of them. One is Ratchet and one is Ratchet's dad. Ratchet's dad stayed behind to have the Dimensionator. And then he dropped them off on planet Kurwan, which is where Ratchet is in the first one.
Okay.
So that's the story of how you ended up being the only Lombax in the universe right now. Because, well, he also says he kills your dad. I forgot that part.
Yes. It's pretty big.
Yeah. He killed your dad, and the dad hid the Dimensionator. Percival Tachyon killed him, but he also sent you away to be on your own.
All right.
But he opens the dimension of the Lombaxes, and he's like, hey, Ratchet, you can go in. You can be with the rest of your kind as long as you do it. But Ratchet, of course, makes the right choice here and stops Percival.
He's like, oh, I could save this universe or go with my kind.
Yeah.
I'll save
He saves the universe. And then it ends up with you get sucked into like this mini dimension where you fight Tachyon. And You eventually beat him, and he gets sucked into some random dimension somewhere. And the Dimensionator's there, and like, I don't know if we can get home. And they're like, Clank's like, well, it's not. There's a piece missing. But it's a 3 3/4 cubit hexagonal washer or whatever that he got from the plumber, and the plumber gives it to. And he puts it on together, and he can use it to go home. And then you use the Dimensionator and go home.
And Tachyon gets sucked into a black hole or something, right?
Yeah, I just assume it's another dimension.
I
Some
thought
random
it was
dimension.
a black hole. I thought they used the Dimensionator to get pulled to a black hole, and then they got out. He got
Yeah, whatever. He's
gone.
He's gone. And then it's everybody, Ratchet and Clank save the day again, save the universe. And it shows a couple things like Quark's hanging out with pirates and Kronk and Zephyr doing like reenactments of what happened with the Dimensionator and stuff. And then Ratchet's off and like, wonder what happened. What the blah, blah, blah. And he's just talking. And then all of a sudden the Zonies show up and everybody can see them this time.
Okay.
And they're like, Clank, you're not crazy. We all see them now. And they're just like, yes, we needed to make sure you survived. And now it's time for you to come home, Clank. Time to understand your true purpose. And they kind of like take Clank away and poof. And then it's Ratchet by himself. And Ratchet's like, I got to go find Clank. That's the end of the story.
What?
All right. That's it. That's the game. We did it. And we're worse people.
Yeah, it's about time. Last one in the season.
I do feel worse.
So let's go ahead and move into our final thoughts. And we will start with Sir Chump Slap.
Okay.
Did watching this video make you want to play this Ratchet and Clank? Did the story float for you, or would you rather have it sank?
Nice.
He worked on this for the whole time.
Set it up.
And what score out of 27 stores you think you blast out your crank?
Okay.
I like how you spent the whole episode thinking of that. That's good.
I didn't. That was just brilliance.
On
the fly. On the fly.
Did watching this make me want to play it? No, I'm okay. I'll play a new Ratchet and Clank. I liked Rift Apart, but going back in time to play this, no. It's like fucking so old at this point, you know?
It is 17 years ago.
Yeah. It's almost old enough. Oh, I was going to say old enough to buy cigarettes, but that you can't do that anymore at 18.
Can't you?
I think you have to be 21 now. But no, I want to go back and play it. Did the story work for me? I mean, as far as Ratchet and Clank goes, yeah, it was fine. Some wild shit happens. Some weird ideas of identity. They like to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Like, who am I? What purpose do I
They
have?
do that in like every game.
It's getting a little old, but you know, because of the characters and how fun they are, and I mean, it's still a good time, but it's Ratchet and Clank. I mean, it's the same shit over and over again. So, I mean, as far as the story worked for me, meh. So out of 27 stars, I'm going to give it a solid 5.
5.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's not great. It's Ratchet and Clank, but so what? The story hasn't broken any fucking new ground.
You gave Watch Dogs like 12.
I thought it was better by far. I thought it was twice as good, actually, because like I think I gave it a 10.
I don't know.
He did give it a 10, yes, which was twice its score.
Yeah.
That is correct.
But yeah, that's it. You have a Ratchet and Clank lean. That's you, Syintist. But no, I gave it a 5. It was fine.
There you go. 5 it is. You have any questions for me?
I
at all?
got some for you, Scotchy. Watching this video
good.
make you want to play Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction?
Okay.
Was the story pretty good? Or was it full of obstructions?
Nice.
Now, 27 stars, how many would come into your suction?
Come into my suction.
That wasn't bad, right?
I like it. I don't hate it. I'll tell you that.
Coming to you suction is pretty good, but
okay. Did the story work for me? I think overall it was fine. I mean, we've been down the Ratchet and Clank road before, but it seems like this was a very important entry because now we're getting into the dimensional travel, which is a huge part of Rift Apart.
Yeah, the Rift Apart's the only thing we have to go off of.
That's a good point. It seems like it was an important one, and like a lot of branches are leaving, like Clank is gone now. Like it seemed more serious than any of the previous entries.
Right.
Like
right.
because the whole story was finding more Lumbaxes and then dealing with another dude from another race of people who were wiped out. I don't know. It seemed a lot less kiddie. It looks like it was growing up with its audience.
Fair.
And then did the story... Wait, what did I say next? So did this make me want to play it? Not really. Just not my jam. Did the story work for me overall? Yeah. I mean, the characters, like, they're good. They're not bad. It's just we've been with them 5 other times already.
Right.
Like the dynamic of Ratchet and Clank is always the people they bring in. So I guess we have to look at the the other characters. And I mean, Percival was a good enough villain. Apogee was a good partner in crime.
Does Apogee ever show up again?
I don't know.
Also do the other games and find out.
I don't know. I liked her.
I think
I did like her though.
I think Quest for Booty's next.
What was her name? Talwyn?
Talon Apogee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She shows up in Quest for Booty, after Quest for Rift Apart. Yeah, of course she shows up in Rift Apart.
Oh, she was in Rift Apart, yeah. Oh yeah. I
Into
remember.
the Nexus.
There you go. So did the story work for me? I guess overall, sure. I didn't like the Zony aspect to it. I didn't like that at all. How only Clank could see them, and they're just dropping in for like to move the plot along. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden at the end they just snag him, and everyone. Can
Oh,
see him.
there they are. It's like, yeah, we. Hey, sorry to be like this, guys. We know you can just see us now, but now we're gonna take Clank forever. So peace. And
I thought of it more of like a hacking them than the other ones, and this time they actually showed up.
Yeah, it's just weird.
it also ends with like a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
which. Like, this is clearly a first part. Like, there was going to be another game after this,
Exactly. Yeah.
which isn't bad, but I don't know. Whatever. Did this, what score would I give it? I mean, the story was entertaining enough. The plumber shows up, so that's obviously another point. I'm going to give it an 8. I think an 8's pretty solid.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was 1 point better than 24 the game. So, there we go. 8. How about you, Dr. Scientist, man of the hour? Did watching this video make you want to play the new Clank game with Ratchet?
Good job.
Did the story work for you? Or would you like to just chop it up with a hatchet?
Yeah, I got that one. What's the third one?
And what score out of 27 stars you think you'd create with your gadget?
Oh, okay.
And whatever. It was close enough. Does it make you want to play it? Kinda. Love Ratchet and Clank games.
Sure do.
Did the story work for me? I thought it was, as you said, like the most mature Ratchet and Clank thing. The characters are always good, although we've had knowledge of Ratchet and Clank now for 6 games.
Seems like old hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is about time he starts finding out what happened to him and why he's a Lombax and the only one in the universe. I like how they started moving that story along for them, at least. I kind of feel the same way about the Zony as you said, Poppascotch. They kind of just like there and just pushing, because they lead you certain places other times. So it's like, they've got some kind of plan going on, but you don't know what. You got to play the next game to figure it out.
Yeah, there's actually a point in the game where Ratchet's like, okay, I believe you. Let's go, Clank.
Yeah.
Zonies are talking to you.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like a big character moment, too.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the Zony said we have to go save Talwyn, so that's where we're going. It's like, well, let's be so fast here. I don't.
Right.
Maybe we'll figure it all out in Quest for Booty.
We'll see
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will, whenever we do that one. I'm sure when I pick it.
if we make it that far.
Got to do one Ratchet and Clank a year, so.
Apparently.
You saved it for the end, huh?
But yeah, I'll give it 9 stars.
Okay. That's
Okay,
a
I
solid.
think that
Yeah, I mean, it's good, but we've done so much Ratchet and Clank already that.
Yeah.
that gives us a final score of 22. We gave Deep Fear a 23.
Beautiful.
That was the one with the the one under the sea with the.
With the alien.
We gave The Evil Within a 24, and we gave Blue Stinger this year back in June a 21.
All right.
Yeah, this is about Blue Stinger-ish. I got that.
Yeah, so perfect.
It gets good as Evil Within also.
Yeah, I don't remember that game at all, but
That's all right. We're going to do the DLC at some point. I'm going to pick because that explains the story much better.
Oh, good. It's what's her name's?
Yeah.
Is it just what's her name and how she interacted with the main story?
Yep. Whatever her name was that was with them the whole time.
None of us remember her name.
Sarah Connor.
Yes.
There it is.
Sarah Connor.
Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench.
Right. Of course. But that's it. That's all we talked about for the game. And if we got nothing else, let's go ahead and move into the cooldown topic.
Let's chill out a little bit.
Dr. Scientist, you picked the game this week, so it is upon you to pick the cooldown topic.
Yeah.
So what do you got for us this week?
Since it's our last one of the year, we're going to take our monthly hiatus we usually take or so. What games are you going to play during the hiatus?
Ooh.
I think I'm going to play some Zombos.
I knew that was the answer coming from you.
I'm playing Ori
Oh,
because I just started it. So
you guys don't have this all planned out for the next couple weeks?
I live my life day to day, bro.
I was going to finish Valhalla, and then I got Potion Permit and the new Prince of Persia side scroller lined
You're
up.
going to dig that.
And then if I finish all that during Christmas break, I might do Tiny Tina.
Let me know if you finish that fucking crazy ass room.
Which crazy ass room?
There's a crazy ass room in Prince of Persia that I couldn't
Now I got to beat it.
take the time to do it. And if you do beat it, I'm going to have to go back and fucking do it.
Well, I don't know. Valhalla, from what I looked at, the main story is like 65 hours long.
I never finished it. I kind of got bored with it because there's like, I swear there's like a base building thing going on.
There is kind of like, you used to go to a town, you make a town in England, but I'm only like 12 hours or so into it. So
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem like I've gotten very far.
Other than Ori, I don't know. And still looking out for Liza P if it's on sale again for cheaper than $30.
I bought so many games on the thing that even if I finish those, though, I didn't want to play God of War and Assassin's Creed like close to each other.
Yeah.
Because one's
sense.
Valhalla and it's the Norse myth in both of them.
I can see that. I want to play The Park
Oh.
and or Maze.
I do want to play Maze.
Maze, you should.
Yeah, they're short and they're fun. And I'm going to definitely stream or have streamed, I don't know when this comes out, the Card Shop Empire game,
Nice.
because that seems fun.
TCG Card Simulator.
Yes. And I would really like to at least get back into the Silent Hill 2 remake. I need to finish that.
Yeah. You never even finished that?
I was playing it. I enjoyed it. It was just it's one you got to sit and pay attention to, and it's just not really conducive to having a small child.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to make time for it. Maybe it'll be something I chip away at on the stream or something. Who knows?
There was The Expanse Telltale game was on sale too, and I bought that. So that's going to be in there somewhere.
I'm going to throw this out there in hopes I do it.
You don't edit it and listen to it, so you're not going to have to.
I'm going to return. I'm going to finish Returnal. I'm going to put that back in.
Really?
No, you won't.
Wow.
Dude, I loved playing it,
But
but
you just never finished
it's
it.
hard. I could not fucking beat that level. Maybe I'll start it from the beginning again. Doubt it, but yeah.
I thought about playing Control and starting again from the beginning, but I have so many other games now from the sale.
I do want to beat Returnal.
I completed my backlog and then I instantly bought 15 games.
Boy, that's right. Because you were saying how your backlog's almost done.
Yeah. Oh, I got through it all, and now
It's an addiction, dude.
Well,
I get
it's
it.
Christmas sales is what does it. I'll probably buy a bunch more because there'll be Christmas time sales.
Tell me about it. I just bought a bunch of candles from fucking Bath and Body Works, dude.
Fucking loser.
So did I. No, I didn't do that. Yeah, I wanna. I'm probably gonna play Zombies for sure. Who am I kidding? Of course I'm gonna do that.
I want to play fucking Metroid Prime too.
Dino Crisis. They just put that on the PlayStation.
Oh, Dino Crisis?
Yeah, the original one now.
Nice. I did download that, I think.
Or maybe I got to go back to Time Splitters because they finally added the trophy support and some like stability fixes, so I can actually play it.
Nice.
Those can't be that long. Those are gotta be like 10 hours, right?
Yeah, right. What's a Dino Crisis fucking run through? 6 hours at the max?
At the max, probably. You just forget how short those games were because that's how long games were.
Yeah.
They were difficult too, though. Like ammo management and shit.
I mean, I played all the original Resident Evil games when they came out. 1, 2, and 3 for sure. And then I took a lot longer to play 4. But I played 1, 2, and 3. I played them a lot. And it was always, if you knew what was coming, then it's not a difficult game.
Yeah, yeah.
It was when they threw a boss at you and you have like no ammo and you're like, okay, I guess I have to use a melee, and you're just fucked.
That's when you could actually get screwed at save points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you always make a bunch of saves.
Yep. You don't have to do that anymore in this day and age, I don't think.
Now, usually they make like 5 different autosaves for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they do. I think that's great. I mean, at one point, I'm like, it makes it so easy because it auto saves like every 3 seconds. And now, after being a person who doesn't have hours to just sit in front of the TV and play, I'm like, this is great. I can just chip away as time goes on.
Yeah, exactly. Save states, beautiful.
Really is. And with the cloud saves too, I can just move between my PlayStations effortlessly.
It's multiple
Good stuff.
PlayStation 5s.
I do. I have the one down here and the one upstairs. The one down here is for streaming now. So I actually kind of have a reason to have 2.
Makes sense.
No, not really.
No, it doesn't. Whatever.
I don't have to explain myself to
No,
you
you
guys.
don't have to have a reason to have 2 things.
I'm going to buy 9 more.
Yeah. I don't need a reason to have. I got nothing.
All that pornography you have in those boxes in your basement.
I'm going to say 60 bottles of liquor, but yeah, whatever.
The pornography.
Same thing.
You can't watch the same one twice.
Variety, people.
It's the spice
There we
of
go.
life.
All right, well, I guess that one petered out.
Yeah, we sure did.
Where could they send an email to Sir Chump Slap if they want to get in touch with us?
I'll just send it to plytime@gmail.com because I need someone to talk to over this hiatus.
He's lonely is what he's saying.
If they want to get to us faster on the socials, how would they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plotty Tom on Instagram, Threads, TikTok. Is that it?
Mhm.
Maybe some other things. Who knows? Or stop by our subreddit and, I don't know, talk about Poppascotch's streams or whatnot. I don't know.
Perfect.
Make a poll or something.
Yeah, what the hell
come
are we
over,
going to
talk
do at
to
the
us.
end of the thing next year? Are we going to keep doing these topics?
I don't know, man. We'll figure it
Which
out.
topics?
Tell us what we should do at the end of the shows next year. That's what you should do on Reddit.
Go ahead. I dare you. Tell us. That does it for us. So, as always, shout out to Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Gamer's Little Playground, I am Panax, and Louise Guzman. Don't trust Dr. Scientist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.